Hello, you're watching Ellie from Ellymentry Papercrafting. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK. Today I'm going to bring you my Peaceful Cabin Fancy Fold card. Now, this does look rather complicated, and some of you may think it's complicated, but I think once I break it down and show you how, you realise it's not. There is a lot to it, I agree, but it's not actually difficult. So to make this a little more palatable, if you like, I've decided to break it down into two parts. So today is part one, and that's where you're going to learn to make the basic card itself, and we'll do the decoration in part two. So let's get on with it. I'm starting with a piece of A4 cardstock. Normally you will see me measuring in inches because that's what I grew up using and that's what I understand. But for this particular card, I do find it much easier to use metric measurements. So my cardstock was originally a piece of A4, standard A4 cardstock. Now that measures almost 30 centimetres. It's about 3 millimetres shorter of 30. And I've cut it down to 20 centimetres. It's normally 21 or thereabouts. So I'm taking that piece of A4 of cardstock and my Stampin' Up trimmer. You place it in a landscape orientation and line it up at 10 centimetres and then bring it back 1 millimetre. Okay, so that's just one mark there, and push your cutting blade right up to the top, bring in your scoring blade and score from top to bottom. Then rotate your cardstock 180 degrees and repeat. Place it at 10, bring it back 1 millimetre and score from top to bottom. The next thing we're going to do is bring your cardstock across to the 5 centimetre mark, and again using your scoring tool, bring it down just a little bit, just to, about there. Bring your scoring tool down to the bottom, close, and bring it up a little bit from the bottom. Remove the cardstock and turn it 180 degrees. Place back in again at the 5 centimetre mark. Close, bring your scoring tool up, score slightly at the bottom, move it up to the top, bring it down a little bit more. Remove from the trimmer, and then you can bring in a stamping mat, or as I normally use, my pad of grid paper and a scoring tool and a ruler. On that scored line, measure down to 5 centimetres and bring that scoring line up to meet the other one. Come down to the bottom, line up 5 centimetres, turn, bring your cardstock back in, 5 centimeters and score. So you have 5 centimeters here. So it's 5 and 5. Bring your trimmer back in and place your cardstock back in at the 5 centimeter mark. Close. Turn your trim around to face you. Lift up the mark and bring this down so that your cutting blade is on that score line. And you're going to cut down to this score line. So bring your score line down. And that is level with your score line. You've now cut that. So turn it round and repeat. Take your cardstock up to the 5 meters mark. This is level with your score line and cut up to here. Next, we're going to bring up the fold lines. This one will now want to come forward. These will naturally want to come down. Your next score line, as this one comes up, that one will want to go down. These two will want to come up. These two will want to come down. You've now created this kind of silhouette. Now very gently bring this over. Make sure these two lines here meet. And taking your bone folder, gently push that down. Bring this over very gently, don't press it down really hard. Turn it over, make sure all these lines meet up, and gently score and burnish all these fold lines. You now have your pattern for your card. And this is all ready to decorate. When it's folded up, this will fit very neatly into what we call in Britain a DL sized envelope, and this is used for business or letter post. And you'll have no problem posting that in the normal mailbox. So in part 2 of my video, I'll show you how to cut down the beautiful designer series paper to decorate the card. And if you have any small scraps, then this is where they come in really useful. This card does use quite a lot of small pieces, so never throw your scraps away. So look out for the next video, which I will stream in about 3 or 4 days time. And thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe, make a comment, and if you'd like to order anything from my online shop, there'll be a link in the description box below if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're on Facebook, then you'll see a button at the top of the page which says shop now. Look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.